Excuse me, guys. But it is me again. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd day of August. That makes it day 235 on our Daily Bread Project 2012. Guys, I apologize for the audio being off on the video last night, which I know a lot of them are. This one may be off. I don't know yet. I really can't tell till I stop the video. When I do, if the time that it took to make the video, if the video is 15 seconds long, 15 seconds, 15 minutes long, and when I hit the stop button, when it gets all of its calculating done and it actually shows me the end video, and it shows up to like be 15 minutes and 10 seconds. If it's longer than what it showed to be when I cut it, then the audio is going to be off. So, and I noticed last night it was like 10 seconds off. So, anyway, guys, I do apologize for that. Like I said, maybe we can, before the summer's out, well, I know summer's pretty much gone, but maybe before the fall's out. Like I've told you guys before, it's, I don't really dread the money part about buying a new computer. It's, I dread, just switching everything over, switching to a new one. I dread losing all my music. I've got a lot of music stored on this computer, and I don't know how to I don't know how I would transfer it from one to the other. So, if anybody's got any ideas on that, how I could transfer it from one to the other without actually having to just burn like 50 CDs, and I'd rather not do it that way, then email me and let me know. So, anyway, getting out of that, I got to tell you, hurry tonight, guys. I'm running a little bit late. Tonight was church night. We had a great time, but I got a little bit behind tonight. My buddy that owns the gun store called me tonight, and we talked for a little bit. Then I had to do my cardio, did my elliptical. I'm up to 10 minutes at a time now on my elliptical, 10-minute sessions. So, I was doing like 2 5-minute sessions a night, and then I got up to 7 minutes. But I've been doing 10-minute sessions, and when I do the 10-minute sessions, I don't do 2 of them. I just do 1. And I know that's not hardly as much total, but I think doing 1 10-minute session, because really I don't even start sweating or anything like that till about 7 minutes into it. So I think doing a 10-minute session, I'm still probably getting more out of it than 2 7-minute sessions, just because I'm getting my heart rate up and keeping it up in that, upper area longer. So anyway, I was just getting at that. I did that tonight, and then I had a air conditioning line that we had on a van blowed out that I had to fix tonight. I just got a couple prayer requests, guys, that y'all pray. First of all, is this vehicle that I'm fixing this line on. We got this thing in there, guys, and it had a leak in it. The people brought it for a leak, and we checked it, and the compressor was leaking on it. There's no doubt about it. The compressor was bad. That's the only leak we could find. It's just... So we changed compressors on it, put it on. I was telling you guys about this vehicle the other day. They've still not paid us for this thing. Like I said, we done this job like 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I guess they're kind of holding it over our heads. But anyway, it ended up having a line going to the rear air that had a hole in it. And it was just in one of those spots, guys, that one in a 1,000 deals, that it's just in one of those spots that you can't find it. Well, praise the Lord, we finally did find it after looking forever and ever. But so anyway, to keep them from having to pay $180 for a new line, I'm actually welding up the hole in this line. It's an aluminum line, and I'm TIG welding it. And so anyway, what I'm getting at, guys, but while we were looking at it and found this line, the new compressor we put on it was leaking. We seen the refrigerant, we seen dye coming out of it. So we had to order another compressor from a company and get it, and of course they're going to give us our money back on the old one, or on this one, I guess, whichever one. They give you money back for one after we send this one back and wait about 2 weeks. But just pray, guys, that we can get this van done tomorrow. I think the compressor's supposed to be done tomorrow. I'm hoping we can get it done tomorrow, get it back together, everything's right, and get paid for it. At least get our first pay that we were supposed to already have for it. So pray for that, guys. Pray that I can, this Cougar that I got down there that I got to do the AC work on, I priced everything today, guys, over $900 for the parts for it, for all the AC components outside. It's, for the 67 Mercury Cougar. So just pray for that, guys, because I'm worried to death that we're going to have other problems, that we're going to have problems that really you can't see until you get the AC put on it. So just pray about that, guys, that it'll go smoothly. Like I said, it's kind of freaking me out. I'm not used to working on 67 model cars, guys, just to be honest about it. You know, like I told them at church a while ago, we was talking about it, me and one of the brothers. I said if it was an '07 model, I wouldn't sweat a drop over it, because I know how '07 models work. You know, I work on '07 models, '97 models, 2010 models every day. You know, I don't work on 67 models. I just don't know how they work. You know, the AC system, basically the compressor, that part of it, the compressor, the expansion valve, the evaporator, the condenser, the dryer, all that's basically the same. But I'm talking about like the controls, the under the dash stuff, the way the vents work. You know, the switch that turns the AC on. You know, all that's just so much different on an old model car like that. So just pray, guys. And I know some of you may sometimes think that I'm doubting, or that I'm not having the faith and not standing up when I ask for this prayers, guys. But I think it's the opposite. I think that if I didn't have any faith that God would do it or could do it, I wouldn't even ask you for the prayer. I'm just under the mindset that I think it helps when you have people pray for you. I mean, I know God can hear my prayer and does hear my prayer just as well as He does yours. But I just think it never hurts to have a bunch of good people praying for you. You know, I think it tends to be in God's ear just a little bit more. So, anyway, guys, having said that, let's try to get to the important part tonight. I think that's about all the jibber jabber anyway. I don't know if I told you guys or not, but I weighed yesterday when we worked out. And from last Tuesday to yesterday, Tuesday, a week, since I actually finally quit drinking my sweet pops completely, you know, I went totally to Diet 7-Up. Diet 7-Up and water. Been drinking a lot of water. I've lost, and the reason I don't know exactly what it is, I don't remember exactly what I weighed last week, but it was about 230 or 231. And I weighed last night, and I was like 220, 225, 226 between the two, you know. So I've lost 5 pounds right at it in a week. So I think it's pretty good. And considering I'm still building muscle, you know, my arms are getting bigger, I'm getting stronger, you know, I've probably actually lost more weight than that. You know, I've lost if I come after like 226, then I've lost 10 pounds from the beginning. I was 236 when I started working out. So considering I've gained quite a bit of muscle, you know, that means I've lost more than 10 pounds of fat. You know, I've probably lost 15 pounds of fat, or, you know, so anyway, guys, keep praying that I can stay on this, because I mean, I'm feeling better. Like I said, I can notice it when I get on the elliptical. I'm going longer without getting out of breath. I can walk up my hill now, and I'm not as out of breath as I was. You know, used to just walking from work up here to home, just walking up the hill, I would get out of breath. I would, you know, I'd walk in the house doing that. So just pray, guys, that I can keep doing that, because, you know, it really is, you know, I need it. I mean, I do. So anyway, having said that, let's get to the important part tonight. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say. Josh, my cousin, if you're watching this, I know you're probably flipping out of your chair if you do see this and me mentioning your name, but if you do see this, I appreciate. I know you've been watching a lot here lately, and I do appreciate you watching, and the Lord just put it on me to thank you for doing that. So keep watching, and come see me as soon as you can. So anyway, having said that, guys, 2 Timothy chapter 2, starting in verse 11. Here we go. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. And, you know, Jesus told the disciples, guys, right plainly, you know, he said, if you deny me in front of men, if you deny me on this earth, you know, basically, I'm going to deny you in front of the Father. So, you know, we got to watch out about that. Verse 13. If we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. Of these things put them in remembrance, charging them before the Lord that they strive not about words to no profit, but to the subverting of the hearers. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. I go again, guys, going in there, you're talking about not being ashamed. That's one of the things we see today, guys, is people being ashamed of being Christians. Not necessarily being ashamed, but they don't, they won't. I don't know. They don't wear it as proudly as they should have. As proudly as we should. We're always afraid we're either going to make somebody mad, or we're going to get in trouble, or we're going to start an uncomfortable conversation. And we can't be like that. So anyway, 16 says, but shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. Now basically what this is saying, guys, don't cuss, and don't be around people that cuss and just talk stupid stuff. People, troublemakers, people that just talk all the time and cause trouble, because it's saying that all that's going to lead to is more ungodliness. And their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus, or Philetus, I guess you would say, who concerning the truth have erred. But see, Paul didn't care to speak people out, to say, these people are doing this. How many of us will do that today? Saying that the resurrection is past already, and overthrow the faith of some. Nevertheless, now, and what the resurrection he's talking about here, guys, he's not talking about the resurrection of Jesus Christ, because that had already been done, when Paul wrote this. This is talking about the resurrection of the saints, the resurrection of the dead. They was basically saying that Judgment Day had already been taking place. And Paul's just saying they're wrong, they're wrong about that. They've erred. Verse 19 says, nevertheless, the foundation of God standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his, and let every one that nameth the name of Christ depart from iniquity. But in a great house there are, excuse me guys, I got an itch. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Anyway, guys, we'll continue tomorrow night. Verse 22 looks like. As always, guys, thanks for being here. This video is a little longer than I wanted it to be, but maybe I can keep it a little shorter than last night. So, anyway, guys, like I always say, if y'all need anything, let me know. Don't hesitate to. Keep praying for us, like I said. Business has been fairly good this week. The boy that I ordered a set of four-wheeler wheels and tires for, he's kind of killing me on that. I was planning on taking his money when he paid me back. And I had some tires come in today for our four-wheeler that we're having to put new tires on our four-wheeler that we bought. And where he's not come and paid me his money, I actually had to pull money out of my pocket and pay for this. So now I'm completely broke, busted, and that's got me behind on my things. So just pray that he'll come do that, and we can get these jobs done. And I know the Lord's going to take care of us. So anyway, guys. Pray for us. Like I said, I'm praying for you guys. I always do. I mean, you don't know how much I pray for you guys. So I thank you all for everything. Good Lord willing, guys, I'll be here tomorrow night. Until I see you all again, good night and God bless.